Alright, 7th graders. Today we're going to review adding and subtracting fractions. So should be somewhat easy. And you should remember it from 5th and 6th grade. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first essential question is, what are like fractions? And like fractions are fractions that have the same denominator. They are called like fractions. They're super easy to add. And how do you add and subtract like fractions? All we do is we add or subtract the numerator and write the result over the denominator. You may have even been doing this since 4th grade or before. So, for example, our first problem is 5/9 plus 2/9. Since we have the same denominator here with the 9, we can simply add the numerators. So 5 and 2, which gives us 7. And we keep our same denominator, which is 9. Let's try another one. This time we're going to subtract. We have our denominators that are the same, and our numerators are different. They're 9 and 1. So 9 take away 1 is going to give us 8. And we keep our same denominator, which is 10. This, however, is not in simplest form. We can divide them both by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our correct answer would be 4/5. Our next question is, what are unlike fractions? And they are fractions that have different denominators. Are called unlike fractions. Alright, moving on. How do you add and subtract unlike fractions? Well, we first have to rename the fractions using a common denominator. And then all we do is add or subtract the numerator and write the result over the denominator. So, for example, if we have 1/5 plus 5/6, we're going to find a common denominator, which in this case, we can use 30. Because 5 and 6 multiplied together make 30, so 1/5, if we want it to have a denominator of 30, 5 times 6 would give us 30, so 1 times 6 would give us 6. So 1/5 and 6/30 are equivalent fractions. They're the exact same. Haven't changed a thing there except the way that they look. 5/6 we're going to do the same with. To get a denominator of 30 this time though, we would multiply by 5, and 5 times 5 gives me 25. So I have 25/30ths here. And now when I add them, all I have to do is 6 plus 25, which gives me 31. And 30 is our denominator, which we keep the same. Now, since this one is not, this is an improper fraction, we don't want to leave it like that. So how many 30s can we take out of 31? One set of 30s, and there would be one left over out of 30. So my final answer would be 1 1/30. We're going to do the same thing with the last one. 5/7 plus 3/10. So we need to find common denominators for 7 and 10. You could use 70 would be an easy one. So 5/7 to change into 70ths. 7 times 10 gives me 70, so 5 times 10 gives me 50. And 3/10, if I want that to be 70ths, I multiply by 7. 3 times 7 would be 21. So then to find my answer, I just add my numerators. I get 71/70ths, which again is an improper fraction. I can take out one set of 70 from 71. I would have one little bitty one left over out of 70, so my answer is 1 1/70. So turn your paper over. And you will first see a few problems. Go ahead and try these problems for homework, and we will go over any questions that you have in class tomorrow. Alright, so you have 9 problems to do to finish up your homework assignment. Have a great night.